want to focus a bit on the Telangana model here, because you also mentioned it, Dr. Ramdas. Mr. Kanchayalaya, I'd like to talk about the Telangana model here, because the reference that Dr. Ramdas made about, a caste enumeration and how it also establishes economic backwardness, that's always a concern point that's raised, sir, about whether this kind of enumeration will actually tell you about economic backwardness in some sections of the society. Telangana has actually done that.
Well, I was the vice chairman of Telangana Caste Census independent expert committee that government constituted after the survey was done. The vice presidential candidate now, Justice Sudarshan Reddy, was the president. Now, Telangana Caste Census is not just caste counting. It is called Socio-Economic, Educational, Political Caste Survey, because it can't do census, because it is not a national government under the Census Commission. Now, the final result of this, after we did what is known as composite backwardness index of all 242 castes, and the groups ST, SC, OBC, and then Muslim OBC and upper caste, general caste. Now, the concluding point I wrote in my vice presidential note in the report is, even today, individual welfarism is not going to work in India. It is a caste cultural welfarism. Now that means all the 242 castes, land as is not the basis of development of those castes now. Education, mobility, and the employment that both in the private and public sector, and more particularly English medium education, has come out as the central even to the Adivasis, Dalits, OBCs and upper caste. Now, one of the critical areas that Telangana Caste Census has thrown out is, see, there is this hypocrisy that the elite caste, the upper caste, use caste and don't say that we use caste for our promotion. In Telangana Caste Census, they went to the court and got an interim direction that there should be a no caste column. A specific column was added in the manual, and 3.4% people registered under that. In that, highest central government IPS officer, IAS officer, judicial positions, and highest English medium education is registered in that. Therefore, now the caste census of Telangana model is not just counting caste, looking at the socio-economic, educational, and women status. We have looked at the total women status. Gender inequality is more striking than even the caste inequality, whether they are Brahmins or Dalits or Adivasis within the hierarchy. We put all 342 castes in the ladder where they exactly should. The last point I would make is, as the caste hierarchy exists, untouchability to differentiation within the society, socio-economic, educational, employment, differentiation still exists. Therefore, the nation has to go for similar model like Telangana, not just to remove inequalities, make Indian democracy really deeper and humanitarian. That is the point.